Hey Gemini, what's up guys? I hope everybody is well. We're going to go ahead and do a what spirit wants you to know reading. If that's something that interests you, please stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's going to have any information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. So we have the protected energy that came out. I feel like the first, right off the bat, what Spirit wants you to know is that you are being protected, possibly from these fake-ass people, okay? I hate to start cussing right off the bat, guys, but yeah, from these fake ass people who really got no love for you but act like they do, okay? That is for some of you guys for sure. You could be feeling a little bit like, in your feels a little bit like, am I just being sensitive right now? You know, or did they really mean that when they said that, or is that the energy I'm picking up? I feel like Spirit wants you to trust the vibes that you're getting off of people and situations right now. If you feel like people are smiling in your face, but really behind your back, they're like sneering, okay, there could be something there. If you feel like people are plotting against you, maybe they are. I'm not saying to go down the road of paranoia at all. Y'all know how I feel about that. But I feel like sometimes it is true. People are hating on you. People aren't, you know, wishing the best for you. And it's unfortunate, especially if this is family, friends, lovers, you know, your community, people that you've been there for, people that you've held their hand, whether, you know, energetically or whether physically, when they've been going through stuff. And then as soon as something happens to you, or, you know, as soon as you see a little success, maybe, let's just say that, it's like all of a sudden they turn on you, you know, and it hurts, but it's actually a blessing, guys, because it shows you that they were never really down for you to begin with, right? So it's like, let people show you their true colors right now. And don't, you know, push your intuition to the side. Don't dispute it. Don't sit there and argue with yourself and be like, am I really feeling this way? Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. But also know that Spirit is doing a lot of heavy lifting right now on the other side when it comes to protecting you. I'm getting a very strong, specific message of Spirit is not going after people who are having negative thoughts about you, right? That's that evil eye. That's people sending hateful energy your way. It's your job to protect yourself. It's your job to cloak yourself or put yourself in a bubble of light or call on your angels or your ancestors or whatever your specific means of defense is, okay? It's up to you to do that. But if somebody is like running their mouth about you, especially if you've been there in some way for this person and they're running their mouth about you, or if there's people who are actively trying to do things to disrupt your energy, those people are getting a lot, well, yeah, they are seeking karma if they're doing that, but those people, right, are receiving a lot of karma. Okay, I said guys, so it could be men. Some of y'all females could have like men that are out here like hating on you for why. Okay, maybe because of your success or something like that. Oh, only reason you got that is because we know what you do. We know why your boss gave you promotion, or we know why you get that kind of, you know, success. And it's like, okay, you know, I don't know. There could be something like that going on for somebody. But I feel like Spirit wants you to know that this too shall pass. Don't give any energy to it. Like, don't stoke the flames, right, yourself, and don't go out there and have a reaction because people aren't going to care. They're really not. You know, you could tell, say this is your family or something. You could be like, I'm tired of this. I do this for y'all. I do that for y'all. They're just going to be like, mm-hmm. And then as soon as you walk away, they're gonna be like, right? Let's see what we can do next. And look, we got them this shook and we got them feeling this way. It's like people are really taking pleasure in the fact that you might be taking a hit. And it could be because, Gemini, you are so strong. You know, you really are. You're so strong. You're very spiritually guided, very spiritually protected. A lot of people, I feel like, know that are around you. You know, your family, your friends, they could think that you always have things that kind of work out in your favor, or you always seem to be doing better than other people. And so when you're down, people do love it. That's the truth. But I feel like Spirit's not showing any mercy for people that have taken your goodwill, have taken your support, have taken your love, have taken your money, whatever it is that you've given to them, and then they want to turn around, they want to talk shit. Spirit don't got time for that. So just know that you are being protected. And I did bust out the karma deck just in case it gets real and we need some kind of messages from that, okay? But I'm gonna stick with aesthetic 2. Okay, so let's see. I don't know if the whole message is going to be about this, but I just feel like Spirit wants you to know that you are protected, okay? Because yes, what you're feeling, you can believe it. It is true. There are haters out there. You know, your friend group might not necessarily be your friend group. Your family might not necessarily have your back the way that you think, you know? And so I feel like that's just a message here. But let's see, okay? What's going on for Gemini? What do you want Gemini to know, Spirit? What do you want Gemini to know here? That's way too many. What do you want Gemini to know? Okay, we have the growth energy that came out. So yeah, just know that you are growing, and there's something within your mind that's expanding here as well. And you are outgrowing your circumstances, right? You're outgrowing your old life, and that will make other people around you uncomfortable. You used to be this little caterpillar. Now you've went through a transformation that not everybody can understand, Gemini. Not everybody can understand like how you went into this cocoon and then came out a butterfly with wings, came out a completely different being. You know, like we know you as this little grubby little caterpillar, and now all of a sudden you're this elegant, you know, butterfly that is like ascending and can see things from a different perspective. And it's like, so there could be this energy of you've left something behind, you've left an old way of thinking behind, an old life behind, okay? You have completely transformed into something else. And there could be people from your past that are still seeing you as your past, or people that you had interactions with, they're still seeing you as that energy, but you're not. You have transformed. And of course, there could be people who think that maybe that's all like an act or it's not real or whatever, but it's like you can't fake that. You can't fake going from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Those wings aren't scotch taped on. You know what I mean? So there's something here where it's like the change is undeniable. You have definitely transformed, Gemini, and Spirit wants you to know that you are. You have gone through some kind of spiritual growth, maybe even physical growth. You're not in the same place that you used to be, you know? And as sad as it is, you can't hang out with caterpillar energy anymore. You have to hang out with butterfly energy. You got to get in where you fit in, because you're up there fluttering, right? In the sky now. You're not out here crawling in the grass and in the dirt. So there's something here about that. Spirit might want you to research some changes that you've went through, because some of y'all have picked up new gifts, new abilities, you know, or you're thinking in new ways, or you're having dreams that are strange to you, or you're having experiences that are strange to you. Spirit wants you to go down that rabbit hole, you know. Spirit wants you to investigate things and to see, you know, what the truth is behind something. Gain a new truth, gain a new sense of clarity. What do you think that this means that's happened to you? What do you think that these signs mean? Why do you think that you keep hearing this song? Why do you think that you keep seeing this number over and over and over again? You know, there's something about that, like researching the changes that you've went through, or allowing yourself to go down the rabbit hole. Don't be scared. It looks like you might be going into the darkness for some of you guys, right? Like things might look bleak. I can only imagine for this caterpillar having to like leave its whole caterpillar life behind to turn into this butterfly can't be easy, you know? But it's heard the call. It's something that's happening. It's against its own will, in a sense, right? Because it doesn't have a choice. It will be a butterfly. And, you know, I don't know what happens if a caterpillar resists the change. I don't even know if they can resist the change, to be honest. Like, that's just nature. It's inevitable, you know? So there's some kind of change and growth that you're going through right now, Gemini, that is inevitable, and Spirit's asking you to hop down the rabbit hole. Don't try to resist it. Now, some of y'all could be Year of the Rabbit. Some of y'all could have butterfly energy that's very significant for you. Maybe you have butterflies tattooed on you, or you doodle butterflies, you draw butterflies, or maybe you see butterflies a lot, okay? There could also be this energy here of seeing the evil eye a lot. Like, that's a sign that you're being protected. If you're seeing the evil eye in different places, or you're just noticing it, that's a sign that you are being protected, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, guys. Spirit, what do you want Gemini to know here? What do you want Gemini to know? Okay. We have the Soulmate card coming out. And then we have Beam Me Up, Scotty. Okay. So some of you guys could be meeting somebody here soon. Or there could be another soulmate, or another soul that is significant to y'all. I also see this as you guys getting on the same page with yourself, honestly. Like, you know, y'all are twins, you know? So there's two different halves to yourself, and maybe you're coming to be a whole here. But I do feel like there could be some kind of situation where maybe you meet somebody and it feels a little alien, it feels a little strange. All right? I don't know. We're going to see what this is talking about, but there's definitely a soulmate that could be showing up. And for some of you guys, you know, that's the problem. Some of y'all, you know, you were looking for a soulmate as a caterpillar, right? For some of you guys. And maybe your soulmate wasn't meant to show up in caterpillar form. Like maybe your soulmate's actually a butterfly, you know? And so you were never going to meet your soulmate as this caterpillar. That's just not possible. That was never going to happen. You had to go through your own spiritual change and transformation to turn into this butterfly. And then that's when you're going to meet your soulmate or you're going to meet your partner. So for some of you guys, in a sense, I ain't going to lie with that. Yeah, for some of you guys, your soulmate's been waiting for you to go down the rabbit hole, for you to allow the change to take place. I don't know, maybe energetically, maybe their higher self's been watching you from a distance. Okay, I don't know. For some of you guys, their higher self could have definitely been watching you or something. And there could be this energy of like, their soul was just waiting for your soul to go through your great change, to go through your transformation, you know? And I feel like maybe they've even been protecting you while you've been going through the transformation. For some of y'all, yeah, you have a soulmate, its higher self has been protecting you while you've been going through this transformation. You know, and they couldn't approach you or they couldn't come into alignment in this physical reality with you as a caterpillar. They needed you to go through this to become the butterfly because they're already in butterfly state. That's for somebody here for sure. Okay. Some of you guys might be like, how come it's just spiritual lesson after spiritual lesson and growth and ascension after ascension? And how come I just can't meet somebody? How come I just can't like find love? Like, why does it always have to be about this? Because you have to get through this to get to this. That's the energy I'm getting for somebody, okay? And some of you guys have really dated or been around, even if it's not love or romantic love and it's just platonic love, you've been around a lot of people who would stab you in your back. You know, a lot of people who came in showing you love, showing you affection, acting like they care about you, but really they were in competition with you. They were projecting on you. They had false intentions or false narratives, okay? They had a certain ideal of you in their head and, you know, they weren't willing to sway away from that at all, even when you were showing them something different. It's like, you know, you've met a lot of karmic energy, basically. And some of you guys, it's put you into deep protection energy, like deep self-preservation mode. Like, I'm not willing to open up to anybody. I'm not willing to trust anybody. But when you meet this person, it can feel a little different because they're not a caterpillar. They're a butterfly, you know? And it's like you're going to sense that familiarity within them. You're going to feel like, you know, you feel kind of like me. You feel like you just went through some kind of huge transformation or change or something like that. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, one more. Oh, okay, that's way too many. But I do feel like Spirit wants you to, for some of you guys, Spirit wants you to stop gambling with your health. I don't know who that's for, okay? I don't know. But somebody out here, you need to treat yourself the way that you would treat your child, right? Like you wouldn't let your child sit here and go on a bender or let your child sit here and not eat for 2-3 days and then, you know, binge out. I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but that's just what I'm getting. Like some of you guys, there is a need here to take your health as seriously as you would take your child's or your pet's health. You know, you would not feed your dog or your cat for 3 days and then feed them, you know? So why you do that to yourself? You know, you wouldn't let your 5-year-old child smoke, and, you know, nasty cigarettes or, you know, smoke themselves tartar, whatever. You know, drink themselves to death, whatever it is for you guys, right? Eat yourselves to death. Put all these nasty toxins into your body. Like there's something here about you're sacred. You have a sacred energy to you and you need to protect yourself just like you would protect your loved ones. Okay? So if you sit here and you make sure that your kids eat healthy meals, you make sure they're taken care of. Okay? You make sure you don't smoke around them, right? You make sure you go outside and have a smoke on the back porch or whatever. It's like, why are you doing that? Because you know it's not good for them. So it's not good for you either. You know? Or if you make sure that your animals are fed, you make sure that they're taken care of, you make sure they go for their walks, you make sure that they're, you know, living their best life. Do the same for yourself. There's something about that, okay? I need to take your health seriously because some of y'all be out here gambling with it. And I don't know, that's just the energy I'm getting here. So don't gamble with your health, Gemini, okay? Like, you have important things to do here. You're on a mission, and it's important that you're top notch, or that you're, you know, and yeah. And again, I feel like sometimes I need to say it. Maybe I don't need to say it, because y'all are going to take these messages the way you're going to take them. I'm just here to be the messenger. You know what I mean? But since I am part of the collective and I care about y'all, I get kind of attached to these messages, because I don't want you guys to think I'm sitting up here just pointing my finger at you, because, you know, yeah, some of these things Spirit be talking to me too. Trust me, okay? All right, let's see. Spirit, what do you want Gemini to know? We have taking a risk, okay? There could be a risk that you need to take coming up here in regards to something for real, okay? Somebody could also want to take a risk towards you, because I did just see on the bottom of the deck the I love you, I love you, I love you card, okay? There could be somebody who's a little obsessed. I'm not saying it's like in a negative way or a toxic way, but maybe they can't stop thinking about you, Gemini, okay? They wake up in the morning, you're on their mind. They go to sleep, you're on their mind, okay? They go to the gym. They go grocery shopping, you know, they're looking at different maple syrups and stuff, and they're like, I wonder if Gemini likes maple syrup. It's like that kind of energy, like somebody really is like thinking about you a lot, okay? Somebody could see you as special, as different, for sure, okay? As there's just something different about you with that butterfly energy, you know? There's something that they connect to, again. Like, they see that butterfly within you that they see within themselves. Like, nah, this person is real. This person has been through some things. This person has transformed. They've turned their pain into power. It's like, I can recognize that energy within myself. There's somebody who feels that way about you. This person could be wanting to take a risk towards you. They could want to ask you out on a date, Gemini. They could want to have a conversation with you. They could want to approach you, you know, open up the lines of communication if it's not already. If you guys are a little bit, you know, talking right now a little bit, this person could want to take things to the next level. See if you want to hang out, or, you know, have an actual official date. That's for somebody, okay? Somebody is definitely thinking about taking a risk towards you, because they see you as different and special. For some of you guys, Spirit is wanting you to know that it's going to be time soon to take a risk when it comes to some kind of divine mission here. You know, it's giving like Fool. This together to me is giving like the Fool. It's giving the energy of like jumping off the cliff and starting a new journey, going on a brand new path, okay? And it is one that you kind of do have to flip a coin in regards to, like, maybe you're not sure. So you need to let fate decide, or you need to let Spirit decide. I'll flip this coin, and if it's heads, I'm going to do this. If it's tails, then I'm going to stick with what I'm doing. Some of you guys might need to do that and let Spirit decide, because I feel like Spirit's been trying to push you in a certain direction, or has been trying to lead you, is almost what it feels like. And some of y'all could be tearing yourselves apart. You know, like one minute you want to go this way, and one minute you want to go that way. Other times you don't know what the hell you want to do. Like, some of you guys could really be in 2-3 minds about something, like just not sure what direction you want to go, not sure if this is the best way for you, or if this is correct, okay? So Spirit's like, you know, ask me, I'll let you know. We have Return to Sender popping out, look, with a lurker. Somebody lurking from a distance, okay? Channel sponsor. Alert, channel sponsor, okay? For some of you guys, yeah. You know, that's that lurking energy. People who, or somebody in particular. You take it as it resonates, okay? But it's just that energy of people who, they're not willing to like face you, or they're not willing to confront you face to face, or say, they kind of just want to lurk, and they want to throw shots, or they want to send negative energy your way, right? Some of y'all could literally have some kind of like stalking energy, somebody who just shows up and, you know, you can't seem to shake this person, or something like that. This could be a friend. It could be a family member. I wouldn't say they're a friend. It feels like an ex-friend for some of you guys. Or this is just somebody that's just come across you, especially if you're on social media, guys. Okay? Trust me. I have people who have vendettas against me. I never even met these people in real life, and they can't stand me. I literally had somebody on one of my most recent videos go and create a profile that moment that I posted that video, just to leave some weird, threatening, coded type of message for me. You know, it's like, and I it's still on the video, so, you know, but I was like, why can't you just face me as who you really are? It's coward energy. Coward energy sits there and lurks from a distance. Coward energy shows up with some kind of fake, whack-ass fucking profile and can't come as their real energy. And I got the strong suspicion that that person actually comments under their real name. Like, oh, Jessica, you're the best. You're the greatest. But then makes these fake profiles and talks mad shit. Okay? That's the kind of energy. That's what I'm talking about. That weird ass energy. That's the kind of stuff that's being sent back. Go ahead. This ain't for me. This don't belong in my mailbox, basically. Okay? So a lot of you guys are getting spiritual protection from the weirdos out there that like to lurk and don't want to face you as who they really are. Like, I'll respect a hater that wants to come and with their real name, their real profile, want to come and tell me I ain't shit. I'll respect you a little bit more than a ghost that wants to create a fake profile that, you know, 2 hours ago and then talk shit about me. Like, why don't you just show me why don't we just have a conversation? Why are you hiding? Why are you scared? You know, like, why are you wasting your time doing this? You know, like, I don't know. And that's that kind of weird energy that I'm talking about, okay? Anyways, let's move on because I'm not trying to, yeah. All right, so what is this growth? The strength energy. Yeah, I feel like you're growing within yourself. You're becoming stronger, okay? Possibly within your gifts or within your confidence or within your self-assuredness. Like, you're feeling stronger within yourself, Gemini, okay? And you know, your wings could even be stronger. Because, you know, for a butterfly to release itself from the chrysalis here, it has to kind of use its wings. It has to, you know, almost not prove that its wings can carry it, but build up enough strength for its wings to carry it, you know, and that's how it builds up the strength, by releasing itself from the chrysalis. So a lot of you guys have been going through this dark night of the soul. You've been climbing yourself out of the pit, and that climb out of the pit is how you have been showing yourself that you're strong enough to continue on. Some of you guys have felt very alone during this, but my nose is starting to itch, so I feel like your ancestors have actually been there cheering you on from the sidelines, right? But I feel like a lot of you guys have felt very alone and digging yourself out of this hole or getting yourself out of this cocoon / chrysalis, right? And some of y'all could be very resentful of that. Like, how come I'm always, you know, helping my family, helping my friends, being a supporting force for people, but as soon as I need to dig myself out, there's nobody here. And it's like, that's because you're going through this great transformation, Gemini. There's something where you need to do this solo. You needed to do it alone. You need to dig yourself out of this hole by yourself to show yourself how strong you are, to build that endurance, to build that strength so you can fly. That's just the way it is, right? Some of you guys are true magicians out here, or true manifestors, or activators is what they're giving me. Like, you activate things. You put things into motion. You activate people onto their path. You activate ideas. There's something about that here. But you have been developing something within yourself, and it could feel like, again, like it's been a lonely journey. The Queen of Pentacles really wanted to pop here. We have the Knight of Swords with the Eight of Wands. I feel like there's something here where there's been a little bit of chaos in this change. And maybe you've had to kind of put some things in order. You've also been really defensive, but I don't want to say it's in like a way of like it's bad. You know, I don't feel like it's bad to defend yourself. I don't feel like it's bad to speak up when you know that people will be out here talking shit or be out here talking trash about you or spreading rumors or whatever it is that they're doing to you in your own life, Gemini, right? I feel like you've been defending your name here, and that could get people shook. I don't know. That's for somebody. That's definitely got some people around you shook, that you're defending yourself, that you're suddenly like, you know, because it's like, I feel like, especially for like light workers, healers, or people who are empaths, or just, you're a little bit softer than the average bear, right? Like, you're not out here trying to rip people's face off just for looking at you the wrong way. They can really mistake that kindness for weakness. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can really look at you and be like, oh, Gemini's love and light. They're not gonna, and then when you come out here and you hit them with the business, they're like, oh my God, they're crazy. Right? There's something wrong with them. And it's like, no, it's just you push me and push me and push me. And now I'm finally defending myself, and now I'm the crazy one. Okay. Okie dokie. So for some of you guys, you are out here defending your name, or you are out here defending your work, or defending your stance on something. And it's got people like, well, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what to say, right? Others of you, you're putting the chaos into order here. Okay? Because I do feel like it can be a very chaotic situation when you're going through this growth. There's also a lot of downloads that are coming from Spirit, right? I'm looking at this Knight of Swords and this Eight of Wands here as downloads that are coming from the divine, and you're trying to like categorize things, put things in order. You know, okay, well, and it could help to write these things down if you just have like random thoughts, you know? Like if you just all of a sudden think to yourself, purple sunset, and you're like, what? Purple sunset? What does that mean? Write it down. Because there could be something that happens in the future where something important happens and you look up and you're like, oh, it's a motherfucking purple sunset. You know, like you could like have things like that happening, Gemini. That's what I'm getting here. So Spirit is saying, like, write these things down. Try to make sense of all these downloads, these messages, these visions that you're getting, okay? Like if you're having dreams and your dreams are a little crazy and it feels like, because sometimes my dreams, I don't know if it's like this for everybody else, but sometimes my dreams can just be like snippets of things. You know, almost like flashcards. It's not like a whole, and sometimes it'll be like a whole story. It'll be like a whole movie, but then sometimes it's just like, you know, snippets of different things. So it could be that Spirit has a lot of messages for you, especially if you're very busy during the day. You know, you have a big family, you have a very, you know, time demanding job or something. You have like a lot of stuff going on. You don't always have time to sit here and just be you know, a vessel to get the messages, right? Like you don't always have time to sit here and absorb the messages that are coming down from the divine. Spirit will work in your dreams, but Spirit will give you like snapshots, you know? And so when you wake up in the morning, some of y'all really, if you don't already, need to have like a notebook and a pen by your bed and write down, even if it's just snapshots, you know? Because there's something important that you're being told here. But again, you could have so much that's coming down the pipeline right now that it might feel like, okay, well, I'm going through this and I don't know. Some of you guys are just trying to make sense of the change that you're going through. You know, you could feel a little defensive about this change. People around you could feel a little defensive about this change. Oh, what? You're too good to be a fucking caterpillar now, right? You're a butterfly? What makes you think that you're meant to be a butterfly? And it's like, I don't know, because that's what I am. That's what Spirit has created me to be. I am supposed to be a butterfly, you know? And you could have sat there and talked mad shit with people or with your caterpillar friends back in the day about butterflies. Look at old Ronnie, right? Thinking that they're all special because they turn into a butterfly. Right? And then you go through the change and you're like, oh shit, now I'm a butterfly. That could be something for somebody, okay? I don't know. I don't know if this is even going to make sense for y'all, for real. I just feel like there's just been a lot of anxiety. There's been a lot of stress here about this change that you've been going through, and you've been trying to make sense of something, categorize something, put something into order, okay? But also defend the change that you're going through at the same time, because it's like, this is just who I am, you know? And you got to be who you are, Gemini. You can't fight against that, you know? How are you going to hide them wings? It's kind of impossible. So some of you guys, yeah, you just need to embrace the change if you haven't already. All right. All right. What is this soulmate energy talking about for Gemini gang? What is this soulmate energy talking about? We have the 8 of Swords. Okay. 5 of Pentacles, really wanting to come out. And then we have the 7 of Swords on the bottom with the Queen of Swords. Okay. So yeah, I feel like there's the energy here of not accepting less than what you're worth. And I feel like that's kind of like, it goes without saying. But for some of you, people really don't get that, you know? I feel like there's a lot of energy of people coming towards you right now that maybe want to put you in a box or want to impede upon your energy, Gemini. Some of y'all have had to distance yourself from people or even walk away from people because they were up to like low vibing energy, right? Some of you guys are unfortunately going to find out that there was somebody around you that was very low vibing, okay? I also feel like soulmates and love and stuff for Gemini is just a sore subject. Maybe not for everybody's collective. Clearly not for everybody's collective, because some Gemini love readings are really positive, you know, but I have to talk to my collective, you know, and I feel like for us over here, a lot of us have been through a lot. We're still healing. You know, it's been rough, okay? So when you think about a soulmate, you get kind of up in your head. You get into that lack energy because things have not really ever worked out when it comes to love. It's always kind of been this, having to beat them off, you know? Ew, did not sound right. Y'all, please don't, okay? I did not mean it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I meant like beat them out with a stick. Like, you know, these fakes and these frauds and these phonies. I feel like I can't recover from that. Okay? But anyways, I can't recover from that. So let's just move forward. All right? I feel like there's something here where you've had to kind of push them away. Let's just say that. All right? You've had to do a lot of confronting and calling people out. You know, you've had to have these strong boundaries because this is what you come up against all the time. All right. I feel like you are, you know, expanding your horizons here, and maybe some of y'all see. You know, you see the error in your own ways, perhaps. I've been trying to connect with fucking caterpillars, and I'm not a caterpillar, I'm a butterfly, you know? There could even be people around you that are trying to connect with you, and they see that you're just different, or you're not open, you're not receptive to their energy. You know, you have high boundaries. Some people could think that your boundaries are too high, or you have too high of standards. And maybe that's why you're single, Gemini. Maybe that's why you're alone, because you're just a frosty little bitch. Maybe if you lowered yourself a little bit, maybe, you know, if you let me treat you badly, maybe you let me lie to you, maybe if you let me breadcrumb you a little bit, you could have a man/woman, right? Like, there's really people who are deluded that think that way, you know? It's like, how dare you have high standards? How dare you want yourself to be treated with respect? You know, like, there could definitely be that energy around you. And so it's like, you kind of have to call your own boundaries here for sure. High Priestess energy. Yeah. You know, if you are a healer, or you are a priest, okay, somebody who maybe does divination, or you work in the occult or something like that, you might feel like all you attract is this kind of energy. And it's true, though, because you are a healer. So it's hard for you to attract people who are healed to you because you're a healer, you know? And I hate to say that, because it's like, sometimes, like, when you have a healer next to a healer and two people are shining bright, it's like there's nothing really to notice there. There's nothing really to see there, because it's like, oh, you're shining bright like me. Congratulations. Keep up the good work, right? But there's nothing that's drawing you into that person, because you guys are both shining. If anything, it's just illumination, if that makes any sense. But when you have somebody who's bright and then you have somebody who's dim, it's like the brightness wants to envelop that, and the dimness wants to come into that, because it's a healing energy that's happening here. But sometimes we can mistake that for romance. We can mistake that for a soul connection, for love, you know? But really, they just needed your healing, which leaves you feeling resentful, leaves you feeling like all people really care about is what you can give them and what you can offer them. But really, the situation is here, hun, is that you had it mixed up from the beginning, you know? You were drawn into that darkness because that's what you as a healer wants to do. You want to heal that. And they were drawn into that light because that's what their soul wants to experience. Their soul wants to experience healing. So that's what that is. You know? And it's, again, if I wish I had the answer, right? If I had the answer to that, like, I might be happily married by now, but that's just not the case, you know? And my mentor, and I think I've told you guys this before, and it's something that I've had to reconcile with myself over the years. But my very first mentor told me when I came to her, she came to me. She told me the high priestess never marries. You know, because I was like, oh, I want to find out about love. I want to know when I'm going to get married. I want to know when I'm going to find somebody, right? I want love, right? And, you know, she's like, the high priestess never marries, and you have a higher calling. Maybe you need to get used to the fact that you might be alone for a little bit. She never told me that I would never meet somebody, but she did kind of say it when she was like, the high priestess doesn't marry, you know? Because you do have a higher calling, and you need to keep your eyes on the game, eyes on the prize here. And you also need to know your role, and you need to know the role of other people. So when people come to you, Gemini, and they're attracted to your light, it might be because they have darkness in them, you know? I don't know if that's going to make sense for y'all, but that's kind of what I'm getting, okay? What is this risk that Gemini needs to consider or be open to? Or this flip of the coin, what is this talking about for Gemini energy? We have the Page of Wands, which is my life purpose card, me personally as a reader. And the Page of Wands is, you know, especially in this card, it's talking about going off on a new journey, going off on a new path. There could be communication that comes in here that asks you to kind of take a chance. This could be a new business opportunity, or this could just be another avenue that maybe you haven't explored going down. This could be something new in a creative aspect that you've never done before. You know, it's like kind of, you know, stepping beyond your limitations, getting out of your comfort zone a little bit here and taking a chance. Your instincts with that lizard could be telling you that this is the proper way. Your ancestors could definitely be trying to lead you here, okay? There's something here where it's like you're about to be activated onto a new path, Gemini, and I feel like Spirit was letting you know that there could be some kind of risk or adventure involved in this, right? It's like, again, it's something that you haven't experienced before. It's brand new. It's new. It's compelling, you know? But it is a little nerve wracking. Like it makes you feel a little nervous, or it makes you feel a little bit like, oh man, this is like, I don't know, what is down there? We don't know. Card cuts off. And maybe he can't see either. So he's just like, well, damn, I kind of have to take a chance on this. So yeah, there could be communication that comes in that wants you to kind of take a chance. Like I had said too, there could be somebody, I'm not going to say they're from your past, but there could be somebody around you, soulmate. They feel like they're your soulmate, whatever they thinking. I don't know. Okay. There could be somebody who wants to kind of take a risk with you, or wants to flip a coin and wants to message you or something like that. This would be somebody who I feel like would be attracted to what they saw within you, like that light energy, like I said over here, where you need to attract a butterfly. You're attracting caterpillars, but that's because you're attracting these caterpillars onto the butterfly journey. You're an activator, like I had said. You're awakening people onto this butterfly journey. But that's as far as it goes, right? Trying to sit here and have a love affair with a caterpillar when you're a whole damn monarch butterfly. Like, I don't know how that's going to work out. There's this energy of that here, where it's like you might have met people and yeah, you were meant to get them into their cocoon so they could turn into this butterfly. But there's already a butterfly out there that sees you, and they see that light and they're choosing. It's because I hope I'm making sense here, because I feel like I'm jumbling over my words and I'm trying to get out what I'm feeling. And what I'm feeling is that there's a choice that this person is making. It's different when it's a caterpillar that's attracted to a butterfly, because the caterpillar feels drawn in, like they almost don't have a choice, and that's that light dark energy. That's natural. That's inevitable. That's the role of a healer, and then somebody who needs healing. It's natural to be drawn in, right? This is somebody who is a butterfly, sees that you're a butterfly too, and chooses to go towards you. They're not feeling like that unnatural, like, oh my God, they have something I need pull, because they're a butterfly too. They've already been through that great change. I hope I'm making sense when it comes to that, because that's kind of what I feel like. This person could be a fire sign. They really don't have to be, okay? Or they could have strong fire in their chart, or you do. They could have strong water in their chart, or you do, okay? This person, again, is already in divine energy. This could be an empress, male or female. It does not matter, okay? They could be in this divine feminine energy, being very receiving, okay, carrying spirit's baby on a divine mission, very abundant. Things are growing around them. They have a lot of spiritual support, and they're opening up their creative energy. Now, that is for somebody. I'm feeling that energy, and somebody's like, this would be a risk, me going towards this person. And this person might already know the healer, healee dynamic, and they might be thinking to themselves, well, is this that situation? Right? So somebody could be definitely like, they could be sitting back watching you from a distance, trying to gain some kind of clarity. Okay? But with the Page of Wands, though, for the majority of you, I am getting like a new opportunity, or going down a new path, and trusting that this is going to lead you to somewhere great, okay? So some of you guys will have this communication come in that's going to ask you to kind of try something new, like, hey, have you ever thought about doing this? Or, somebody could call you up and want to invite you to be a part of some business opportunity or a collab or something like that. Okay, some of you guys could do something and you could get a call from somebody who does something completely different, or an email or something like that. You get a message basically from somebody who does something in a completely different field, but somehow you would still be like, it would still be cohesive. It would still work. Okay, so take it as it resonates, guys. What do we have here? Yes, sail away. Okay. And this could ask you to kind of throw up the deuces to a situation, because I gotta keep it real. I don't know what song that is, but I always hear that song when I see this card now. It's from Chris Brown. Okay, where he's talking about he's got to throw up the deuces, like peace, right? Because he's got to keep it real. He's got to keep it moving. I don't know what song that is. Anyways, I feel like this communication, or this move in a new direction on a new path, is taking you away from a situation that was very stressful, or it was very heartbreaking, or you suffered a lot of pain, you suffered a lot of endings, right? And you are being asked to, move forward. You're being asked to move on, to sail into smoother waters where, there could be something new out there waiting for you that's exciting, that you can feel passionate about. Again, It's like maybe you guys have mastered something, you know? And that's kind of how I'm feeling too with this caterpillar energy over here, you know? It's like you've done all you can do as a caterpillar. You've been all you can be. You've experienced all you can experience as a caterpillar. It is time to be a butterfly, my friend. Okay? So it's like, you know, and that's a scary journey for a caterpillar. You know, just because they wake up as this butterfly doesn't mean they forgot suddenly all their caterpillar life that they've been through. It's just now they're different. It could scare them. You know, these butterflies could be, maybe that's why they're always fluttering around all crazy, because they're like, what the hell's happened to me? I don't know. There could be something like that going on, y'all. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyways. Some of y'all might be asked to join a big corporation or to commit yourself to something greater than yourself, right? A higher calling, a higher purpose. You might have to delve into this. You might have to research, learn something, go back to school here for some of y'all, okay? Or go under somebody's apprentice. You know, you might gain a mentor or something, somebody who shows you the ropes. It's giving the energy of like somebody who goes off with the monks for like 6 months, you know, and completely learns that whole lifestyle and goes under those teachings. That's the kind of energy it's giving me for somebody. And it is the situation where you just got to throw up deuces. Because I almost feel like whatever this is, you're not going to be able to be a part of your old life. Like going into this butterfly energy, you're not going to be able to just, you know, dip back to the caterpillar energy every once in a while. Like, no, this is like, you need to leave something behind. You need to move on from this. And you need to, for some of you guys, travel, pack your bags, go stay at this place. That could be what it is for some of you guys. I don't know. Okay? Y'all got to take it as it resonates around here. Okay? Because I don't know. Anything else for this flip a coin? That's, yeah, I think that's going to be too much. But I could see this energy of being indecisive because you don't want to make a faulty move. I could see that. That's part of that risk, I feel like, because it could go left. You know what I mean? Anything else? We have the Four of Swords. So there's going to be a moment of rest after this. There's going to be a moment of reflection here because we did see the Three of Swords, right? So it makes sense that we would now be seeing the Four of Swords because this is reflecting on everything that you've been through, what you've survived, right? And I don't know, maybe there is that little part here where the caterpillar, when they transform into the butterfly, they reflect on like what's happened. Well, that makes sense. Now I know why I was feeling the urge to eat everything in sight. Now I know why I was feeling the urge to put myself into isolation, to put myself into cocoon. Now I know why I wasn't really vibing with my caterpillar buddies anymore. You know, their jokes just weren't hitting the same, or I wasn't really feeling like listening to what they're talking about. Like I'm transcending, I'm going to a new level. Now I get it. It's like something could snap into place, Gemini, and you could see why suddenly you went through something, or why things were changing, or why you were feeling a certain way, you know, because this change or this movement for this opportunity, because this is what was coming and you were being called to that. You always felt that. All right, let's use the birds. We didn't have to bust out the karma deck today, okay? But she always locked and ready just in case. Okay. Anyways, we have the woodpecker. Yeah, the woodpecker for me, it doesn't talk about this in this deck, but for me, the woodpecker is a bird of opportunity coming knocking. Some of you guys could hear woodpeckers, see woodpeckers. That is going to be a big sign that this opportunity is knocking. This is coming, okay? It says, use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. Yeah, a new rhythm, right? Because you can't do things the same way that you used to do them. You're new, you're different. You've changed, you know? We have the eagle. You are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. And it's funny because with this card, it's like you're learning all aspects of spiritual connection. Not a spiritual connection, but it says spiritual connection. Connection to the divine. Connection to yourself. That red string of faith that you have that, you know, we talk about that with soulmates. That golden string or that red string that kind of comes from right under the diaphragm that leads to the other person. You have that with spirit. And so you're going through all of the lessons, all of the journey, all of the aspects of that spiritual connection. And some of those aren't just happy butterfly times or naive, ignorant caterpillar times when you didn't know the great change that was above you, right? Before, you know, like, because I think back sometimes before I had my spiritual awakening, and I think how simple life used to be. Like, especially with like relationships. Like, I remember like back once upon a time, I just used to like vibe with people and not be like 10 steps ahead in my mind, like anxious, like, well, are they just here for this or did? Like, you know, I used to just vibe with them. It's like, you can't go back. Once your eyes are open, you can't close them. Like, what's been seen can't be unseen. It's that kind of energy, right? So there is this kind of naive, ignorant energy that the caterpillar has going into this whole transformation, because it's like, they aren't aware of what's ahead of them. They don't get it. It's like a child that has no idea what's waiting for them when they hit adult life. You know what I mean? So it could be something going on like that, where it's like, you know, you're experiencing in this lifetime all the aspects of spiritual connection, the ups, of course, the glory, the wins, but then also the down times, the dark nights of the soul, right? The anguish and the pain that you can feel, being thrown into that pit and then being told, okay, now crawl yourself out. And don't worry, like, you know, because when you get out, you'll feel really happy that you were able to do that, you know? Like, I don't know. There's something here with that, Gemini, okay? What else do we have here? I'm also hearing fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. Is it let my spirit, have my spirit set me free, come on and fly? I don't know. That's do. I don't know. That song is significant. I don't know what it's trying to say. The owl was on the bottom of the deck for the eagle, so that's funny that that came out. Use your intuition. Sorry, first time reader here. I literally saw something else. It says your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. I'm sorry, guys. I had a moment, because that's literally what I was talking about in the very beginning, which feels like it's so far away, like so far ago. And that's how it can feel with haters. Like, you're leaving them so far in the dust. It's just like a moment in your story, you know, which is what it should be, right? But that's the energy I was getting. If you feel like vibes are off, if you feel like, yeah, people are kind of throwing shots at me, or people around here might not be as supportive as they act like they are, or they're not my true friend, or they are up to no good behind my back, they maybe are cheating on me, or they are trying to manipulate me or use me or whatever. It's like, follow your intuition. Don't dispute these things with yourself. Don't get yourself caught up in a trap, right? Saying to yourself, well, maybe I'm just being sensitive. You know, maybe I'm just, you know, jilted and jaded. Maybe I've just been through so much, and maybe that's why I can only see the darkness within people. Like, see something for what it is. You are a healer. You are a light worker, Gemini. You do have a light that's going to attract darkness. That doesn't mean every single person is, but if you, again, feel your intuition is telling you that about somebody or a situation in particular, you can trust that, basically, is the energy I'm getting here with this, okay? We have the Blue Jay. The time is right to access and master your abilities. So do ho. Oh my freaking Lord. Do it, ho. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Do so with humility and control, right? Like everything of the opposite that I just showed you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Do so with humility and control. Oh man, sometimes it's like, okay. But yeah, you do have like, how can I recover from some of this shit in this reading, y'all? You do have some very strong abilities, Gemini, okay? You do. And so Spirit wants you to work on those. Spirit doesn't want you to just give up. Like, I could have scrapped this reading so many times because of just my slips of the tongue that I've had, you know? But Spirit's like, this is a part of the learning process, you know? So there could be something here where it's like, just, you know, continue to work on your abilities, but you are the master of those abilities. You know, you can control how those abilities are alchemized through you. You know, I talk about all the time in this deck with the star energy, when she's, you know, she's got the divine energy that's coming down from the ethers, and then it's coming through her body, and then she's putting it into the earth. That little magic bit that's in between, when it's come from the ethers and it's gone into the earth, that bit in between when it's inside of her, that's the magic. That's the alchemization that's happening here. That's where you get to master your abilities. You know, Spirit's giving you some kind of gift, talent, skill, whatever, but it's up to you to really master it and make something of it. And I feel like that's what you're being asked to do. The Starling, I want to read it just because we never see the Starling. I don't know why we never see this card, but we really don't. Now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. Yes, be yourself. When you're yourself, you give other people the permission to do so themselves, right? When you laugh at yourself, when you make mistakes, but you still get up and dust yourself off and try again, you give other people the permission to do that. That's part of being a light worker. That's part of being the light, right? Being an agent of the light is showing people that it's okay to shine. And shining is going to look different for everybody, okay? What else do we have here for Gemini gang? Let's get one more, I think. Okay, we have the Loon. It says, pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in, and that's exactly what I was talking about. You could be getting a lot of messages, a lot of downloads right now from the other side, and there's need to categorize things, pay attention to them, write them down. Try to see what Spirit is trying to say to you, you know? And I'm guilty of this too, guys. I do it too. Like, I've been seeing a lot of threes lately, and seeing 1, 2, 3 in particular a lot. Like, I have been seeing that number constantly throughout the day. It's almost replaced seeing my mom's birthday because I see that constantly. But sometimes I'll just be like, oh, there's 1, 2, 3 again. Huh. And I'll go on about my day. And I feel like Spirit's like, like face palm, you know, like, stop. Okay, collaborate and listen. I'm just saying. But anyways, stop and listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Stop and pay attention to what I'm trying to tell you. Just stop. Because I feel like sometimes we're so busy, you know, we have human lives, we have human things. We got to feed the kids, we got to walk the dog, we got to clean up the dishes, we got to do the laundry, we got to cook a meal, you know, then we got to work, and we have, you know, make sure that we're going to the gym, and it's like, it's a lot. So when Spirit's giving us repeating things, repeating messages, that is a big sign that you're not getting the message. I need you to stop, and I need you to do some research, or I need you to really connect with yourself and think, what is this trying to tell me? So you can get the message, okay? Because pay attention here. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Pay attention. All right. Anyways, that has been your reading, guys. I do hope that it helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.